Coke man, smoke man, whatever man. The X-Man, tech man, you better respect man. Get the green, triple beam, imp beam, murder scheme, fiend, morphine, dream, codeine, moline, gun pop, one shot.
Hey yo, what's up man? Holla at your boy Hip Hop Gamer. I'm chilling with Randy right now, and there's something that you need to understand. There's a logo on his shirt. It says MMA. Do you know what that means? That means that UFC got some serious competition, and we're about to talk about why. The first things first, the controls. That's one of the main things that I was like looking forward to when I was playing the game. I love the fact that a lot of things that you do is like one button. So if you try to like get me, I can just push one button and break the defense. When I'm on the ground, I can push one button to try to get around, or I can push X on the 360 controller and try to get the submission. Yep. That right there is simple, and that's one of the things that make it fun. And that's where I feel that you guys exceed over the competition. So in terms of getting the gameplay down pat, what were some of the things that you guys do or realized you needed to do to make this successful game?
Well, I mean, we don't want people to be thinking about, complex control schemes and things like that. When you play a game, you want to have fun. You want to be able to have simple controls that it's easy to pick up and play, but at the same time has layers of complexity to it. So when you pick it up, it's easy to start getting into, and then there's layers of things like you can do catch kicks and you can do other things as you start to get better. What we really want to do is dig into the timing and strategy of the sport of MMA. It's like the sport is all about timing. So that's what it is. I mean, it's simple as hitting B to deny a takedown, but you got to time it right. If you don't time it right, you're going to get taken down. If you time it okay, then you'll get taken down, but just not in a terrible position. But if you time it really good, you can knee a guy in the head. So there's different layers to everything that you do, and it's all based in the timing and strategy of the sport. So that's what we want to rely on.
All right, now fighters. Everybody is they want to play with their favorite fighter and anything like that. But considering that you got the competition UFC, there's a lot of fighters that people would like to play with that won't make it into MMA. You know what I'm saying? Did you guys ever think of making a real deep create player mode that will allow you to kind of sort of have your favorite fighters in there, even if they're licensed only by UFC, just so EA can have the opportunity to have everyone that the fans would want to play with?
Well, what we did is we wanted to give everyone as many options as they possibly could. So we have EA Sports is known for photo game face. We have photo game face. You can put whatever face you'd like to put into the game. I don't encourage you to take any licensed person and put them into the game, but we do have photo game face, so you can create your fighter. And we have a myriad of options. I mean, we have over 500 names in the game that are recognized by the announcers, over 200 nicknames. So we have a very from that standpoint, you can really personalize who you want to be and who you want your created fighter to be.
Alright, now that's crazy. See, that's one of the things I was looking for, because it helps the user expand the game aside from the retail that you get at the store. You see what I'm saying? So I think that's very important. Now, another thing I want to say about this, and it's about the gameplay, the timing. Now, the reason why I love the way the timing is in this game is because it happens realistically. So I'll give you an example. You got a lot of games that has a little delay in their gameplay, so you may push the button when you feel is necessary, but it don't react when it's supposed to. And MMA, when I saw Bobby Lashley coming at me like this, right when he got here, in real life, simply because of momentum, I know he's going to get me unless I do something now.
Sure.
And in the game, you get that same feeling. And when you push the button, it works the way it's supposed to work. So that's something that I really wanted to applaud you guys on, you know what I mean, from the gameplay standpoint. Now, I want to talk about something a bit deeper. I know they got the broadcast, the EA broadcasting thing. So can you talk about how deep and how much fun that's going to add in terms of value to the game as opposed to the competition?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, EA Sports Live broadcast is something that's never been done in games before. So,
I know.
So we're going to go and we're going to be scouring the internet for not only the best players. So some fights will all be about the best players, but we also want to have guys that are creative. They have great hype videos. You're going to be able to create your hype video. You're going to be able to go out there and tell people why you're the best and why this fight is going to be a good fight to get people to watch. Right. But so it's going to be about the best players, but it's also going to be about players that are creative and put on great fights, and exciting fights. So so we'll be putting those together, and then people thousands of people can watch your fight because they can watch through the console, they can watch through online, and then we're gonna have live commentators in our studio.
Hold on. Just take it. I don't even want it. I don't want the belt. I don't want the belt. You gotta give it a spin. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, go ahead, continue.
I like it. And then we have live commentators as well that are going to be in our studio that's going to be talking about your fight. So it's not just the commentary that's in the game, but we're going to have people that are going to be live talking about your fight, and they're going to know your record. They're going to know that you won your last 5 fights by submission, or you won your last 5 fights by knockout. They're going to be scouting you. They're going to know who you are. They're going to know your hype video and what you said. So if you ran smack and you didn't back it up, they're going to be there to call you out.
Oh my. Yo, like, when you say things like that, it just solidifies the reason why this game is going to be a hit. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know you got my man Mayhem Miller in there, so like that. That's my dude. He actually crashed one of the interviews that I was doing on MMA back in E3. Now, one thing I wanted to ask is, I just had this crazy idea, but considering you got Mayhem Miller and that show Bully Beatdown is real huge, I was wondering if you guys had like a mode, whether it's a comical mode, where like fighters could like beat up like regular people that you would get off the street and just have it as a training match. So I'll give you an example. You know how in Street Fighter, like in the old days, when you beat a few people, you gotta beat up the car. That's like your little training mode, your little bonus round. It'd be cool if in MMA, if you had like a little side mini game where you could just beat up like a regular person as your bonus round. Yeah. Is that something that you guys would probably do or have thought about? Anything?
Well, you never know, but within the training, we do have the ability when you go to gyms and you train and you're learning moves and stuff like that. You can bring in a guy. Just like anybody in a fight camp, where like a Mayhem's going to fight a guy that's really good, is a good boxer, he might bring a guy in with good boxing skills. So in your career mode, you can actually bring a guy in who will mimic your upcoming opponent, and then you can practice against that guy, so you get a feel for that fight in the same way that a fighter would.
Oh my! Yo, did you just hear that? You could bring in guys that will kind of mimic the fight you're about to have, just so you could kind of get a feel of him. That is retarded, because there's people that sit at home and study tapes and things like that. You implemented that in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And then for online too, you can save off highlights, and you can also listen to view full matches. So when you're about to fight a guy, you can go in and you can look at his highlight reel and say, you know what, this guy is a ground guy. So that way you can prepare for the guy you're going to fight online.
Yo, it's over. It is over. Oh my God. Now let me ask you this: you got so much going on in this game, and it's the first IP of this franchise. How was you guys able to get all this in the first try? You know what I mean? Like a lot of times companies don't get it right the first time. You know what I mean? So what's some of the things that you guys did, or how long this game has been in development to make it this good?
Sure, we've been working on the game for over 2 years. So we've been working on the game for a while, but we knew early on that we needed to go out and we needed to talk to the community. So I mean, from the minute we announced this game, we were out. We had our forums live a year before the game came out. We were talking to the community. We actually, when Strikeforce was in St. Louis, we brought in 6 community guys, took them to the fights, let them play the game for 2 days straight, locked them in a hotel room, let them play the game for 2 days straight, and then said, just provide us with a laundry list of everything that you think that you've seen in the game, that things that you don't like, things that don't seem intuitive, so we can make changes. And then we brought professional gamers into our studio, let them sit down for days and play the game, find exploits, find things that are wrong with the game, and we just sat there with the list, made a list, and corrected them all. So it was really important to make sure we got feedback, and then we had people actually playing the game so they could let us know.
I'm just stunned by the level of passion that you guys took this type of time out to make sure this game is this good. Thank you. I just gotta say thank you so much. That is amazing. Seriously. Now, the next thing I want to ask is, stories in sports games are basically non-existent. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Madden and you look at NBA Elite and 2K, stories is not really existing. Right. But every player got a story. Yeah. Now, with these fighters in MMA, have you guys thought of having an actual story mode of how these fighters became the legends that they are today, that we can actually play out, or is that something that you guys will do for the next game?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have a story per se in that it's a written out story, but the thing about MMA fighters is that they all have a journey, and that's their story and where they come from. Okay. And so one of the cool things about our career mode is that you can travel the world and you can train your fighter, and you can kind of really decide how you want to develop your fighter. Okay. So if you just want him to be a jiu-jitsu guy, then you train him in jiu-jitsu, you can spend some time with Rickson Gracie, go to Brazil, spend some time training there. Or if you want to make a more well-rounded fighter, you can go to the UK, you can go to Extreme Couture, train with Randy Couture. tour and develop and work your way through. You can start, we have lower level leagues that are in different countries, and you can work your way up, and then you can choose, do you want to be the champion of Japan? And like, I mean, Japan's a little more about showmanship, a great entrance and things like that. You want to go there, or do you want to go to Strikeforce and you want to be a champion of Strikeforce, take on Fedor? So I mean, it's really all about your journey, and you create a fighter, take that fighter through its journey, and then go create another fighter. And the cool thing about our career mode is that fighters are always rising and falling around you. So it's not like a ladder system where you're going to get to the top and just face the same 3 guys over and over again. So when you're going through your career, you know, Bobby Lashley's winning and losing, Fedor's winning and losing. So by the time you get to the top, there might be a different guy there the second time you do your career mode than it was the first time.
If you want to switch arms, switch arms. Because I know your arm is getting tired, so switch arms. All right, cool. Now check this out, right? Now, the Connect full body control, everybody's talking about it, and I've been seeing some things lately that's like really starting to support the way they're marketing this product. Now, it'll be amazing if you had like a Connect mini game where, let's say you're training your moves, and you're the Connect, like you're on the Connect, and you go, and you're training on MMA, but utilizing the Connect. Is this something that you guys is looking into, or would like add as a patch for the Xbox 360 exclusively?
You know, we're always looking at new technology to see what things we can add in, and like, you know, our folks at Active have done a really great job of taking advantage of motion controls and things of that sort. So you never know where we might take it, but it's great technology.
Yeah, because I just was thinking about, like, if they had a training, you know what I'm talking about, like, Jay, if they had that and you could actually practice your moves and stuff like that, just to get a little workout in that same type of game, I think that'd be amazing. Now, the last question that I have is that between MMA and UFC, I love both games, to be honest. I love both games. Yours is more fun to play simply because of the control scheme. You know what I'm saying? Both games is greatly detailed. Both got a lot going on. UFC got Kimbo. I love Kimbo. I ain't gonna in front. You know, but both games is great. I want you to tell me, because forget all the trash talk. I want real talk. You feel me? What about MMA sets you guys apart from the UFC Undisputed title, and also what makes you guys the better purchase if someone can only choose one to get?
Absolutely. There's 3 reasons to buy our game. Intuitive gameplay controls, a career mode where you can travel the world, experience the world of mixed martial arts and legends, and train with legends all over the world, and a really deep, innovative online experience. Those 3 things are the reason I buy this game.
Okay, he just summed it up, and that wasn't no PR talk. That was real talk. Randy, I thank you. I thank you so much, man. It's your boy, Hip Hop Gamer, hiphopgamershow.com. Any shout-outs you want to make, man?
Nah, man, just, you know, the team back at home at EA Sports MMA. Can't wait to get this game out. They're passionate about mixed martial arts. Can't wait for people to play it.
All right. One love and God bless, and we out. Peace.